Why don't you just share a loaf of homemade bread? I mean, what an easy gift. And people love it and they'll eat it up. I know. I'm coming. What do a baker and a farmer have in common? They both need dough. So, as soon as I feed the animals, I'm going to go in and make some bread and start dinner. Because I like homemade bread. See, look how he's tore up the barn. So we gotta get out there and fix the barn. Larry, I don't know why you have to be such a turd. You pretty boy. Let me check your water and food. Not giving you no canned food because you're too fat. Not today. Hi, I'm Linda and welcome to my channel another time. I am making bread. I just ran in from outside feeding the animals, and so I'm going to be making some bread so that we can have some bread for dinner. If you're like me, you like quick and you like easy and you don't want a bunch of mess, you just want to hurry up and get it done, but you want it to taste good and be nutritious for your family. I'm kind of a no-nonsense kind of person. I make lists every day, what I have to do and what I have to accomplish, and I don't like a lot of fluff. My husband will tell you I'm very simplistic. If somebody made me a homemade loaf of bread and brought it to me as a gift, they'd steal my heart, okay? That's just the kind of person I am. Not a jewelry, not any of that, but give me some homemade bread or something that you've made effort. And I thought, homemade bread's always a nice gift for the holiday season. So whatever you celebrate, whether it's Kwanzaa, whether it's Hanukkah, whether it's Christmas, whatever you celebrate. Why don't you just share a loaf of homemade bread? I mean, what an easy gift. And people love it and they'll eat it up. I know. Anyway, so let's get started on this bread and I will pick you up in a minute. I'm making bread, and this recipe that it calls for 3 cups of flour. So this is just under 3 cups. It's 2.5 cups. I'm going to save a half a cup to add to it if it's sticky. I take 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And I just wanted to share with you, I love these mixing cups, and I got these measuring cups. I got these at Dollar Tree, and they have liters on them, so you can make all those recipes off the internet that you see in foreign countries. I'm going to stir that up, and I'm going to dissolve my yeast. And if you saw, I just got done feeding the animals to make this is 2 1/4 teaspoons some bread for dinner. Now, I'm going to use some more milk because I like my bread with milk in it. But I'm just going to put, probably not that much. Start with a cup. More milk. We don't want it hot because we don't want it to kill the yeast. Warm to the touch. And I need to get the loose faucet over here so she can show me how to make the bread, how she would do it. Because I'm sure she would think that I was doing this entirely wrong. Loose faucet, I challenge you to do a bread making video on Simply Jan's Homestead channel. I can't spell with these gloves on. Not fun. I set it on 1 minute, but I'm going to stop it at 14 seconds left. So I think that'll be sufficient. And I'm doing it outside the bread recipe so I can test my yeast, because it's not a big deal if I have to dump this out. And here I'm going to add three tablespoons of sugar. Stir it until it's dissolved. You know it's good. You start to get some bubbles on it pretty soon. Now yeast feeds on sugar, so it loves sweets. All I used to. Okay, I'm just gonna let it sit here for a minute and see if it starts to get some bubbles. Now without disturbing it, you can see, if you just pay attention, you can see every once in a while a bubble pops. And there's bubbles forming, they're coming to the surface, and that just means that the yeast is good. If you didn't see any bubbles, then you'd know the yeast was bad. Okay, I need another glove again because I don't like getting bread dough on my hands. For some reason, it's just like, ugh, I don't like it. Never have liked it. And it's got to be some kind of a weird thing. So I have mixed up my salt and my flour. And my oven is preheated to 350. Get oil. Okay, I use avocado oil. I don't use vegetable oil. And I'm just going to pour in about a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of oil. I have my other flour ready, and if I need to, so I can add to it. And to get started, I'm just going to mix it with a little rubber spatula. Move this out of your way so you can see. It's not going to take a lot of flour. As I can already see, not very sticky. So I'm just going to put a tiny bit in. I'm using my hands at this time. Now, I love making breads for some reason. And I'm going to be making some more breads over the holidays. And if you can see, this bread dough is just perfect. That was a cup of milk, 2.5 cups of flour, and then I added about another 1/4 of a cup. I'm going to probably add the rest, but right now I'm just going to let it rise. I'll set it in here, put a little flour on or oil on my hands, and grease the side of the bowl at the bottom so that when I go to pick it up, it's not going to stick so bad. I'm going to cover it up with just a dish rag, and I'm just going to set it over here by the stove where it's warmer. Okay. And then I'll pick it up when I'm done, and we'll finish it off. So the bread's done, or it's risen. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of flour, sprinkle it on the table, and then I'm going to knead it into my dough. Now this recipe doesn't call for much kneading, so it's a quick and easy recipe. So I have my pan prepared. It's just sprayed with some olive oil spray. Excuse me. And putting the dough in, and then I've mixed up some egg yolk, and I'm going to apply that to the top so that it gives it a nice shiny coat. You don't have to do this. I like to do it. And now I'm going to make a couple of slices down the top of it with my knife. And I'm sprinkling some Himalayan salt on the top. Another thing you don't have to do, you can simply put this in the oven. You don't have to do any of this, but I just like to do this. Now I'm going to let this rise again. I'm going to cover it with a dish towel and set it over by the stove again and let it rise. It's ready, and now I'm going to pop it in the oven. And here is the finished bread. It is so beautiful and it smells delicious. What did the bread say after helping the farmer? It's the yeast I could do. Make your mouth water, because I'm going to eat it all up. I hope you try this at home. It's so easy and it's so delicious. And you can put your favorite topping on it. And like I said, what a wonderful gift for somebody. They'd be so appreciative. I know, because I've done it before and they just love it. Bon appetit. Hope you enjoy.